The Enchanted Glade, a magical adventure with wishing fireflies. Deep within the enchanted glade, a gentle rustle of leaves echoed as the moonlight filtered through the branches. The forest held its secrets, many of them hidden, but tonight was different. The woodland creatures were abuzz with excitement, for the legendary wishing fireflies were said to appear tonight. These magical fireflies were known to grant one true wish to anyone who could find them. Among the creatures was Nori, an inquisitive young squirrel with bright, curious eyes and a fluffy tail, and his best friend Willow, a gentle fox with a russet coat and an adventurous spirit. "Willow, do you think the wishing fireflies will come out tonight?" Nori asked eagerly, his voice filled with excitement. "They just might, Nori," Willow replied with a reassuring smile, her ears perking up as she listened to the sounds of the forest. "But remember, they only appear when a wish is selfless and kind." Nori's heart swelled with determination. He had a wish, a simple one. He wanted to bring joy to all the animals in the glade, to create a moment where they could share happiness under the glowing magic of the fireflies. He imagined everyone gathered, sharing laughter and warmth. "Let's go find them, Willow," Nori exclaimed, bouncing slightly on his paws, his fluffy tail twitching with anticipation. He nudged Willow gently, and they set off deeper into the forest, their hearts filled with hope. As they made their way through the woods, the stars above seemed to twinkle in encouragement. The branches swayed softly, whispering secrets in the breeze. Nori climbed over fallen logs, while Willow gracefully padded alongside, always keeping her friend in sight. Along their path, they encountered a friendly toad named Gus, who offered them directions to the hidden hollow where the fireflies were most often seen. Gus, with his wise eyes and slow, careful speech, warned them, "Only those who are patient and carry kindness in their hearts will see the wishing fireflies." Nori and Willow thanked Gus and continued their journey. The hidden hollow was just as its name suggested, a secluded meadow surrounded by trees with flowers glowing faintly in the moonlight. The air was filled with the scent of night-blooming jasmine. "It's beautiful here," Willow whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. Nori nodded, looking around the hollow, his heart open and hopeful. He wished with all his might that the wishing fireflies would appear. After waiting for what seemed like hours, just when Nori's eyes began to grow heavy, a soft glow appeared among the flowers. One by one, tiny lights began to float up into the air, like stars taking flight. The wishing fireflies had arrived. "Look, Willow," Nori whispered, his heart leaping with joy. The fireflies glowed with a gentle, mesmerizing light, floating around them as if listening for their wish. Willow smiled and nudged Nori gently. "Go ahead, Nori. Tell them your wish." Nori took a deep breath, his little paws clasped together. "I wish for everyone in the glade to be happy and share this beautiful moment together." The fireflies brightened, their lights swirling together until they created a magnificent glow above the hollow. Suddenly, animals from all over the glade began to arrive. Birds flew down from their nests, rabbits peeked out from their burrows, and even the shy deer came forward, drawn by the magical glow. The hidden hollow became a place of gathering, filled with laughter, warmth, and joy. The fireflies danced above them, their light creating a magical canopy. "You did it, Nori," Willow said softly, her voice filled with pride. "Your wish came true." Nori looked around, his heart full as he saw everyone smiling and sharing this special moment. Gus the toad was telling stories to a group of young rabbits, and the deer were playfully chasing each other under the glow of the fireflies. Imagine you're here in the hidden hollow. What would you do? Would you chase the fireflies, or perhaps share a story under their glow? As the night went on, the magic of the fireflies seemed endless. Nori and Willow sat together, watching their friends enjoy the enchantment of the night. The fireflies' glow never faded, as if they were delighted to be a part of such kindness. After a while, Nori noticed something strange. One firefly was glowing brighter than the others, and it hovered close to him, as if it had something to say. Curious, Nori stood and followed the glowing creature, with Willow close behind. The firefly led them out of the hollow and deeper into the woods, where the trees grew tall and thick. They followed it until they reached a small, sparkling pond. The firefly hovered above the pond, and as they approached, the water began to glow, revealing an image beneath its surface, a vision of an ancient oak tree, its branches heavy with glowing fireflies. "Willow, look!" Nori whispered. "It's showing us another magical place." Willow nodded, her eyes shining with excitement. "It must be the heart of the glade, where the magic begins." The firefly bobbed in the air, urging them to continue their journey. Nori and Willow exchanged a determined nod and moved forward, their hearts filled with anticipation for the wonders yet to come. They walked for what felt like hours until they finally reached a clearing. In the center stood the ancient oak, its branches shimmering with countless fireflies. The tree seemed to pulse with magic, its glow illuminating the entire clearing. Nori and Willow stood in awe, their eyes wide as they took in the beauty of the place. Suddenly, a soft voice echoed through the clearing. "Welcome, brave ones! You have found the heart of the Enchanted Glade." From behind the tree stepped a majestic stag, his antlers adorned with tiny glowing flowers. His eyes were wise and kind, and he looked at them with warmth. "I am Thorn, guardian of this glade. You have shown true kindness and a selfless heart, and the magic has guided you here." Nori and Willow bowed their heads. "We just wanted to share the magic with everyone," Nori said softly. Thorn nodded, his eyes twinkling. "And that is why you were able to find this place. The magic of the glade is not just in the fireflies. It is in the kindness shared by all who dwell here." He lowered his head, so he was eye level with Nori and Willow. "As long as you carry kindness in your hearts, the magic will always be with you." Nori felt his heart swell with emotion. He looked at Willow, who had tears in her eyes, and knew this was a moment they would always cherish. "Thank you, Thorn," Willow said softly. "We promise to always protect and share the magic of the glade." Thorn nodded. "Go now and share what you have seen. The glade will always welcome you back." With that, Thorn stepped back into the glow of the ancient oak, disappearing among the fireflies. Nori and Willow stood silently for a moment, their hearts full. Then, with one last look at the glowing tree, they turned and began their journey back home, the warmth of the magic guiding them. As they made their way back to the hidden hollow, they knew that this was only the beginning. The Enchanted Glade held many secrets, and they were ready to discover them all, together.